Hey everyone, and good evening and welcome. Thanks for being here while we wait for people to file in. As always, feel free to type in the chat box where you are coming from tonight, where you are watching from. As well, you can also look at the schedule, the very rough schedule that I've typed up on the screen as well. But I love that you guys are here, and I love that we are here on a Sunday night. For those of us in BC, it's a long weekend as it is family day tomorrow. It's supposed to be a stat, so hopefully none of you are working or have school. But yes, a lot of people here. Never. All right, there's enough people here where I can get going. Welcome everyone. I am Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks Take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary, my weekly Sunday night live stream on Sunday, February the 20th. If you're new, here's what you could do, what you should do, what you would do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. And as always, if you hit the subscribe button, it allows you to comment in today's video, in today's live stream. Right away, shout out to my moderators and thank you. Never know how busy you're going to be, but as always, if it's racist, sexist, ableist, homophobic, in another language, spam, feel free to delete it. If you're not sure, as I always say, leave it for another moderator to deal with. But let's keep things positive in here. Let's keep it light. Well, you don't have to keep it light, but let's keep it positive and keep it honest. Keep it real. Keep it all those things. So moderators, thank you in advance. Sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. You can sign up for a free 7-day trial at any time. There's the link right there, performandtransform.ca/Canuck Clay. Also to Van City Experts Real Estate Group, Jason Lim and his team. And always grateful to Jason. Contact him and his team for any of your real estate needs. And he treated Gail and me to the game last night in the Encore Suite, which I'll get to in a second. So thank you to Van City Experts. As well to GassyJackArt.com. Maker of that fine artwork. Thank you to Gassy Jack. And of course, in Whistler. That's nice, Derek. And of course, Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And I will have an announcement about Monkey Nine Brewing a little bit later today. You will find out soon. Members already know because they are, but members, don't spoil it. I know you won't spoil it in the chat. So thank you to all the sponsors. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, hero member nucksfan number 29, Hall of Fame members Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, smoovegroove, Funk You, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always, and to franchise and all-star members as well. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this during my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And of course, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful hood of neighborhood of Steveston or Richmond, in the lower mainland, city, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted. I know that we are building the best Canucks community here on YouTube, and I appreciate you being here on a Sunday night. You could truly be doing anything else considering it's a holiday for us tomorrow. But the fact that you're going to be here for now or for a little bit, I appreciate you, and I do not take you for granted. So, like the video, like the fact that we are together, like the fact that I'm streaming, like the fact that, well, I don't like the fact that the Canucks lost, but like the fact that we still love and cheer for our Canucks team, and like the fact that we are building a pretty cool community on here overall. But I appreciate you being here. I will talk for the next 5 or 6 minutes, and then I'll get into all of your questions. Ghetto Easter. I will get to all of your questions. We'll do a welcome. I'll do 5 minutes on that. I will do half an hour Canucks questions. Then we'll play Gordle that we always like to do. Make a big announcement at 10:45, and then I'll end off with a bit of Ask Me Anything. So to ask questions, short answer is no, but I can talk about that right now. But hold on to your questions, and I will ask for them in about 5 minutes. So I'm just going to talk for 5 minutes about the game last night, and then I'll talk for maybe 1 or 2 minutes about home life, and then we'll get into. So I'll admit this might be about the 10:12 mark by the time I get to you guys, but hang on to your questions for sure. Okay, last night I was pretty darn excited. It was the first game at full capacity since December 14th. That was a Vancouver win over Columbus. And then the Canucks canceled 7 games, or postponed, I should say. And then they had 6 games reduced to 50% capacity. So it was a total of 2 months before this happened. So, of course, I was jacked to get in there. I was excited to get in there. I know many of my fellow 19,000 fans were excited to get in there. Stone Cold Steve Austin music hits the speakers, and then the Canucks come on the ice. Everything sounds good. I actually put a bit of video footage up on Twitter, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin, with his 5 million followers on Twitter, retweeted my tweet. So that was kind of cool that I got retweeted by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was there with my lovely wife, Gail, her first foray into the public since her surgery 2 weeks ago. I'll talk about that in a second. Gail was looking good. I was looking good, of course. GLCPC. We were stuffing our face because we were in the encore suite, courtesy of Jason Lim. It was set up to be a perfect night. It was set up to be a perfect night. And then 57 seconds in, Anaheim scores. 3.5 minutes in, Anaheim scores. And the crowd, as badly as they wanted to cheer, as excited as they were to be there, they were in essence taken out of the game 3.5 minutes in. Now, it's not to say they didn't cheer. It's not to say that they didn't want to see the Canucks come back. Of course they did. And you saw when the Canucks finally scored their first goal of the game in the second period, and they're already down 5-1. The crowd went nuts when Pearson scored. The crowd went nuts when Pettersson scored, when Garland hit his backhand. But there certainly weren't enough moments to cheer about. And what concerns me, and this is what I vlogged about today, what concerns me is the Canucks knew that this was a very important game. The Canucks knew that this was against a team that they're only 3 points behind with a game in hand. So they basically could have come right up behind Anaheim in the standings with a win yesterday. But they laid an egg. That's what concerns me. The coaches knew. The players knew. The fans obviously knew. Everyone knew how important last night's game was. The most important game of the season so far. And for the Canucks to come out so flat was really inexcusable. Now, I tried to talk about... No, I didn't try. I did talk about that in my vlog today. And I think 95% of the people on my channel who know me, they knew where I'm coming from. They know that I'm a big Canucks fan. They know I can't say the T word. They know that I want them to make the playoffs. But I was very honest today saying that, that last night it was disappointing. And maybe the, it was just a sign that things weren't going to happen for the Canucks, and they might not happen for the Canucks this year. And as I try to express that in my vlog today, most people, like I said, agreed with me, but I had a couple people say, "Oh, Clay, why are you so negative? It's only one game." Or I thought, why? I thought you were supposed to be Mr. Positive. Why are you getting so upset? And I said, I wasn't getting upset, but I'm trying to be, as much as I'm positive here, I'm also trying to be realistic as well with my expectations. And I think it's my duty. Yes, you guys know I'm a fan. I'm not a media member or whatever it may be. And I want this team to win so badly, but not just win games. I want them to win a Stanley Cup. So what last night showed me, and I used the title of Exposed on my vlog, is it showed me that the Canucks still have a long way to go to make, not just make the playoffs, but then actually do some damage in the playoffs. And it's really too bad because tonight we got a lot of help on the out-of-town scoreboard. Edmonton lost. Dallas lost. San Jose lost. So imagine if all those things happened, which they did tonight, and you couple that with the Canucks win yesterday, then we're having a different conversation. I really do. So on one hand, I don't want to over-dramatize it and make it just about one game, but there were enough things in there. In last night's game where it does give you pause for concern. Okay, last thing, and then I will turn it over to you. So hold on your questions for 2 more minutes. I just want to thank you. You guys know that it's been a pretty crazy 2 weeks for me. My lovely wife Gail had major surgery on February the 8th. That was also the same day that we found out our good friend, 38-year-old friend of ours named Yanta, passed away from an 8-year battle with cancer. So while Gail is on the mend, she's very strong, very resilient. I was able to bring her to the game yesterday, and she was very happy stuffing her face. I was stuffing my face in the Encore suite. So while Gail's recovering, and I'm so grateful for all of your well wishes, prayers, greetings, texts, all those things, it was also very sad because it was Yanta's funeral prayers. It was her prayer service on Thursday night. Therefore, I didn't watch a lot of the Canucks San Jose game. And then it was Yanta's prayer or funeral mass yesterday. So prayers on Thursday night, mass yesterday. I was blessed to, funeral prayers, prayer service on Thursday night, mass on Friday. And I was blessed to play the piano for both of those and to share and to serve that way. So overall, it was a very emotional 2 weeks, but I appreciate everyone looking out for me and taking care of me and checking in on me. Okay, an Earth guy who is friendly most says, this the top Canucks YouTuber? Well, it depends on your definition of top. I definitely think we have the best community, Earth guy, because of the support of everyone in the CCC crew, the Clay's Canucks commentary crew, how mature they are, how intelligent they are, how articulate they are. So I definitely think we have the best community. If you're talking about top in terms of number of views, no, or number of subscribers, definitely not. There are a lot of Canucks-based YouTubers, or at least people who talk about the Canucks, that have much better followings. But I do like to think that I have a really, I wouldn't say the best, but I have a really good mix of analysis, fan experience, videos, parody songs, live streams, Zoom interviews, media interviews, whatever it may be. So if you're here for the first time, I appreciate you guys being here. And thank you, Earth Guy, for that. I appreciate your kind words. Gord is, you guys think that I'm doing well with this Perform and Transform? I've lost 15, 20 pounds. My friend Gord has lost 40 pounds. So take his testimonial, not just mine. Gord is in the chat, and I saw him last night at the game. Mental maturity seemed to be missing, or perhaps Demko's outstanding play has covered up the weaknesses. I think you are right on both counts. Great comment, Gord. But the live game was quite amazing for sure. Trevor says, too many top six forwards can't get their own puck. Yes, they did have trouble creating. That is fair to say, although Petey is the one that's really stepped up 8 points in the last 5 games. Tasty Twins, do you think Demko plays better against harder to beat teams and not as well against easier teams like San Jose? I wouldn't say it's that. Tasty Twins, I'd say it's the entire team. You kind of get into that mentality, right? Where you have to try harder or maybe not try as hard. But last night, his teammates didn't do him any favors. I know it looks bad. He got pulled 5 goals in only 23 minutes of action, but you can't really fault him on many of those goals for sure. Thank you, Earth Guy. Appreciate it. Fangirl. Hi, Clay. What did you think? What did you think of that Canucks dog race? I'm sure it was fine. I actually did not see it because I went to go see 2 friends, Gord being one of them, and another friend from work named Krista. So during the second intermission, I left Gil to eat in the Encore Suite, and I actually went to go see friends and visit people in the in the stands or in the concourse. So I did not see the dog race. I saw highlights, and it looked fun. Besser had 2 dogs, I think, in there, and the winning dog is certainly very impressive. I wish the Canucks played with that type of aggression last night. Who do you think is getting traded? Mark, so hard to say. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I think that Miller will fetch you the most. Other times I think you move Besser because his contract situation is so, is so tricky. Other times I think, move a middle guy like a Pearson, Dickinson, Pullman, Hamnick, and at least start to carve out some cap space that way. It could be any of those guys. Arginator Clay, what are some realistic trades you think the Canucks might do? Specific players they might target. Jake DeBrusk is a name I always hear. You look at some prospects from the Rangers. It's tough to say. And I think we have a whole month now, right? The trade deadline is a month from tomorrow, March 21st. So we have a whole month to talk about these kind of things. But I think they're really going to look to get picks and carve out cap space. And they want young guys for sure. Tasty Twins, 3 tips that were scored in the first were the players' fault. No one was checking them, having them wide open. Yeah. And then the next 2 goals, one was on a power play and one was as a power play ended, both bang bang plays from in front of the net where his teammates couldn't clear the rebound. Cole, last night was painful to watch, not only for the scoreline, but the chemistry we showed. We had so little tape passes. What can we do better in terms of team chemistry? We just need better players, Cole. Honestly, we need better players, I think. And Besser, love him, but he's not the best passer, so oftentimes he turns the puck over. Miller tries sometimes to force passes as well. So I agree that there didn't seem to be a lot of chemistry last night. Gore, defensive coverage cost the goals, but the offensive entry was awful. Both these issues are like coaching issues. Yeah, not a lot of people called out Boudreau recently, but those are coaching issues. I agree with you, Gord. Austin, Pettersson plays like he now consistently the whole season. Do you think he could break 100 points? Well, you'd say 8 points in 5 games. That puts you on pace for over 100. I don't know about that, but I definitely think he's a point per game player. I think he's an 80-point player. Maybe not 95 to 100, but he can be an 80 to 90 for sure. For sure. DSSS, do you think the Vancouver Canucks still have a chance to make the playoffs? They do, but it's a very slim chance. I've always said it's possible, but it's improbable. Cole, I swear the U9 game of the intermission was better than our first period. Yeah, they had some good offensive scoring touch for sure. Filmer, I'm not suggesting to trade for Tage Thompson, but do you think he'd be great in Vancouver? I don't know a lot about him, but I presume he's pretty young, right? Tage Thompson. What do we got here? 6'7", 220. Holy smokes. Age 24. And he has 37 points in 46 games this year. That's pretty impressive. So what would we have to give up to get him? Wow, I didn't know he was that good. I'm very impressed. I am very impressed. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Tage Thompson, but I'm going to look him up now. Fillmore, good question. Eason, Benning left the team in an awkward position. Not good enough to be a playoff team, but bad enough to be a lottery playoff team. Capped out. Yeah, and not many blue chip prospects coming. Earth Guy, are those Sedin bobbleheads? They are indeed. They are indeed Sedin bobbleheads. Good eye, Earth Guy. Hey, that rhymes. Good eye, Earth Guy. Yeah, no, that's fine, Gord. They have one remaining assistant coach and two or three new ones. Shats, hey Clay, would you rather trade Miller, Bo, or Besser for a young right-hand D? I know how much you love Bo, but I sometimes question. Yeah, I saw a lot of people questioning his leadership last night. I still think Miller gets you the most. As much as I like Miller, you guys know I flip back and forth on this, but I do think that Miller gets you the most, for sure. Do you think Podkolzin had a good effort? It was good to see him show emotion. Yeah, it was against Max Comtois at the end of the third period. I think Podkolzin's coming along just fine. I really do. Derek Clay, do you think Alvin will keep Boudreau after the season or hire his own coach? Because of the Rutherford-Boudreau connection, I think Boudreau stays for another year. Fangirl, do you think one day we could have all three Hughes brothers on the team? Unlikely. Desirable, but unlikely. Tasty Twins, how about this? Besser for Tage Thompson and a first. Would Buffalo do that? I don't know. Good question. Raj, the Canucks need to get a 5-game win streak. Yeah, they need to get a lot of win streak going. VL, what would you do to improve this forward group? Get more speed. I'm not saying which guys you got to get rid of, but I think you got to be faster. And that's what Alvin and Rutherford like for sure. Austin, do you think buying ice side tickets is worth the price for the experience? Rinkside, I've been in row 6, and admittedly, you lose some of the game when it gets to the other end. So you find yourself going like this, and then you can't see, so then you look up. I think rinkside, if you're behind the net, it's fine, because then you can see the whole ice in front of you, but it's still hard to see the other end. I think it's fine to go once or twice for the experience, for sure, but that wouldn't be my first choice for season tickets. So if worth the price, yes. Austin, for once I would. Trevor, Besser isn't worth 7. I could understand trading him while he still has decent value. Yeah, but the narrative out there right now with Besser is if you know you're going to get a 1-year qualifying offer for 7.5, and if you don't become a UFA, there really is no incentive for him to sign a contract prior to that. As much as that's going to be tough for the Canucks. DSS, after the Canucks lost against Anaheim, do you think they're going to trade anyone soon? I don't think they're going to rush just because of that loss, but I do think it gives Alvin and Rutherford more, just an indication of what they have in their team. Tage had a hat trick the other night. Shoots right. Wow. Sabres not trading Thompson. High T, that sounds right. Raj, Besser for Zaka and a first or maybe a prospect. Yeah, I think whereas Miller probably fetches you 4 assets, Besser should get you 3. Shats, what do you think are the Canucks' 2 biggest needs? More speed and better defense. More speed up front and better defense. Can we call up Jagger? Yeah, the guy's older than me. JT going anyway. We can't get rid of 2 centerpieces. Well, we have him for another year after this. Justin, assistant coach Scott Walker's been missing last few games from the bench due to vertigo. Yes, I read that. That's really too bad, Justin. Shats, I think Besser for Fiala will go down this summer. I do like Fiala a lot. He's got a pricey contract too, right? Eason, what is the Canucks' current identity as a team? It was funny. We were talking about that in our members chat earlier today. I'm not sure if they have one because they're not fast. They're not overly big. I think their identity should be, this isn't really identity, but you have cornerstone pieces at all 3 positions in Demko, Pettersson, and Hughes, but how do you build around them? Tasty. If the Canucks win a few of the next important games like Flames, Rangers, Leafs, do you think this will motivate them to keep winning and perhaps make a strong run for the playoffs? I think they should be motivated, Tasty Twins, anyways. So I don't think... I think winning the next games won't motivate them anymore. It'll just lead to more momentum. But I do think they're too far back. Arginator, I think Alvin and Rutherford might target Penguins players. Kapanen, what do you think? I saw one of my friends on Twitter said they want Miller and they'll give up Kapanen, some prospect, and a first-round pick. So I don't know if that'll do it. But yes, obviously Rutherford and Alvin know Pittsburgh Penguins the best. Any update on OEL status? We were talking about this in my members chat too. Apparently he left the arena yesterday, not on crutches, not with a brace or anything like that. So we'll find out more tomorrow at practice. Clay, are you going to the Canucks versus Flames? Yes, Zach, I'll be there. And Zach, yes, I got your message. I'll be sending out the pucks tomorrow or Tuesday. So it'll come soon. Yes, but I'll be there on Thursday night. Victor, section 323 and 308 are the best seats. Yeah, 323 and 308, those are basically center ice, right? Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Upper bowl. Earth Guy, what is your favorite rare hockey situation? Examples are brawls, goalie goals, 3-on-3 regulation time, goalie fights, shots at all three. Wow, that's a really good question. A rare hockey situation. Without getting too pie in the sky or too fringe, I think a rare hockey situation that I enjoy. Yeah, I like a dominant shift when your goalie is pulled because of a delayed penalty. I don't know. I just think there's something exciting about that because you can really be super aggressive as long as you don't pass it back to your own goaltender who's not there. You can be super aggressive knowing that you're still going to get a 2-minute power play after that. That's kind of a bad answer, but I do always kind of like that. And then I get to explain to someone why they have an empty net if they're not paying attention. Filmer, what do you think about the Toronto and Arizona trade yesterday? It was fine. It was Richie, right? I actually haven't really got into it a lot. Filmer, tell me who you think got the better of the trade, or if it's one of those rare ones where both teams made out well. Matt Gore, identity is winning faceoffs. Well, that's one thing. GL Rebirth, in hindsight, Canucks should have re-signed Tanner and Edlev. Rather have those two than Hamnick, Pullman, and OEL. Yeah, Tanev and Edler. And the price would be about the same, I guess, when you add it all up. Franco, do you think the Canucks will have a hard time getting free agents to sign here? Good question. I think they'll have a better chance now with the new regime and how progressive they've been now that they've gotten rid of Benning. But because it's Canada, COVID, that kind of thing, and just their poor play last couple of years, it might not be the most desirable place right now to be, unfortunately. Good question. David, it is really time to face reality, and this team has way too many flaws thanks to Benning signing those contracts, trade Horvat and others. I agree with you that we have to be realistic with this team for sure. Austin, are you active on the Canucks Reddit page or aware of it? They have no. I'm not active on it at all. I only go on there when someone tells me to go on there or when there's a post about me, usually bad or sometimes good, usually about one of my songs or whatever. But no, I'm not very active on there, Austin. That would just add another thing to have to worry about. Coach Rob says, thanks. You're welcome. Not sure for what, but you're welcome. DSS, what NHL teams are willing to trade to the Canucks? I think any team that has cap space, really. Any team that has cap space and probably not in our division. That's usually what you look at. Johnny Canuck, how much is beer at Rogers Arena? This is pretty pathetic. I don't know because I don't drink it. It's got to be in the $12 to $16 range, I think. $15? Someone else who knows, who buys beer at the arena, let me know how much it is. Let Johnny know how much it is. Gord, 4-3 OT power play. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. That's a good one. Sober Sailor, I'll be cheering on the Canucks against the Wild in Minnesota. Nice. Not looking good, but I'll support the team. I'll be the ride or die fan. Thank you, Sober Sailor. We need more of you. Earth Guy, not a bad answer. Cool. Lucas, are you following Abby lately? Been on major upswing? Yeah. No, they've been playing very, very well. Spencer Martin, Rempel, a bunch of them. Rathbone had a massive game before he got that unfortunate hurt. Unfortunate injury. Zal, did anyone else have a feeling with all these trade talks we'll get our hopes up and not trade anyone? I do think that they're not going to feel pressure to do something for the sake of doing something. I do have a strong feeling about that. Is Edler still with the Kings? He is, Raj. He's just injured right now. Fillmore, I think Toronto got cheap depth with forward and defenseman. That's good. Trevor, that's why moving money is priority number one. Yes. Justin, identity, I like to see. Hardworking team that doesn't stop playing whether leading or trailing. Speed and skill can be developed, but we need consistent effort. I love it. Yeah, no more no-shows, especially 100% capacity against a team you're chasing down in the playoffs. In the standings. Start again. A team you're chasing down in the standings. Oh, $8.50. Thank you, Gord. I don't know why I was thinking it was $12 to $15. $8.50 for a beer. Demko, the best goalie in the league. I'd say he's top 10 for sure. When he's playing well, he's top 5. Fangirl, are you going to make a parody song for Alvino Rutherford? Probably not, Fangirl. I think I'm going to wait till to see if the Canucks make the playoffs, but probably don't have anything in the pipeline for sure. So then Justin is saying $16 for 24 ounces for the domestic cheapest ones. Okay, so I'm getting different. I'm getting 16. I'm getting 8 or 9.50. See, this is why I can't confirm nor deny because I don't drink. Eason, I don't know why people think Benning did a good job during his tenure. They argue they drafted P.D. Hughes, Demko, Besser, but the team is still 20th. Yeah, no, the team is not in a good spot. Tasty Twins. Clay, are you annoyed Canucks haven't gotten a first-round pick for the last 2 years? Annoyed's not the right word, but it is frustrating, of course, trading away those picks and not much to show for. I mean, we have good players that came from those picks, but no, actually, one of them was JT Miller, so that's good. What was the other one for? I can't remember now. Yeah, but it's certainly a bit of a downer when you're not picking till the second or third round. Austin, you think we should ditch Halak and rely on Spencer Martin? It won't happen this year, but Halak's contract does end at the end of this season. Lucas, heads up. I know there are a lot of black skate jerseys available at Team Store. Nice. Nick, PD is back. Yes, 8 points in 5 games. Trevor, in the cap area, draft deadline is sometimes the new trade deadline. Draft day, yeah. I think the prices will be just as high then. Justin, 8 something plus 25 cents cup for 12 ounce. Okay. So you guys are agreed. So $8.50 for a 12 ounce, $16 for a 24 ounce. Very good. Thank you. Fillmore, I celebrated after going to the Canucks game in San Jose. Yeah, that's awesome. Got 4 free tacos from participating Taco Bell locations when they score 4 goals at home. So you saw the Canucks win, and then you claim 5 sets of free tacos in 48 hours. Man, you can't beat that, Fillmore. That sounds like a perfect night. Nick, going to game tomorrow. Excited. Nice. I'm going to be there too. That's awesome, Nick. Let's hope we see a win. 12 ounces, $8.50. Yeah. Sober Sailor, are they going to be wearing the old jersey moving forward on the 24th? Just that one day? It's just that one day. Just that one game. Edmund, no problem, Edmund. Happy to see you. Zach, Clay, can I get a picture with you on Thursday? Because I'll be at the game. Yeah, Zach, let's do this. Let's do on Thursday at the first intermission, go to section 317, 18, where they have the Olympic. It's right outside the men's washroom and women's washroom, where they have the Olympic display with Luongo carrying the Canadian flag, because that's near my section. So Zach, I'll go out, first intermission. I will go out there if you can come up to see me then. I presume you'll be their dad or your mom, and then they can meet me and know that that I'm a good guy. And then I don't know if they know about the live stream episode, the phone call episode. Eason, like Quadrelli said, it's performance from the team last night that made it hard for Demko to be considered seriously for Vezina, since it just hurts his stats. Yes, good point. Lucas, Taco Bell's a stomach push. Pat, did the Lou buy out money? It does finally end after this year. The cat recapture. Grind, should we try and get a Hughes brother in a trade? I think the asking price can be too much. I don't think you do it just because he's a Hughes brother. Fangirl, do you think the Canucks fans will get their hopes for the draft lottery and still lose the lottery? Well, I think those are two independent things. I think we can always get our hopes up, but then that doesn't control what actually happens. Did the bubble success alone save Benning's job? Funk you, I think that is a very fair. I think it preserved him for a couple years for sure. Yes, Lucas, I know where you'll be at. Tough for me to get there when I'm in the 3rd floor, but I'll do my best. Edmund, I'm going to the 24th game as well. Nice. A lot of people are going to be there. So bubble success also gave Benning the delusion that the team was ready. That's true. Yeah, we were only one magical performance away from getting in the finals against Dallas, the Western Conference Finals. If we had somehow beat Vegas in that Game 7. Fangirl, Benning had a few weaknesses. He did not I think the weakest part of Benning was his inability to. His UFA signings were pretty bad. His inability to properly value UFAs like the Tyler Myers and the Russells and the Beagles and the Setters of the world. His drafting was decent. His trading was actually okay. I think of the Miller trade, the Levo trade, the Pearson trade. Decent trades, not all good, i.e. the Toffoli trade, but decent trades, decent drafting, good signings on RFAs. Hughes, Pedersen, Demko, Garland. But I think his UFA signings were the worst. And they really handcuffed us. Bruce, what would New Jersey give to get Hughes? Yeah, but I don't think the Canucks are going to be trading Quinn Hughes away. Edmund, level 100, says, Lucas, Edmund, yeah, reason I've been, my mom ruptured her appendix last Monday, so Monday and Tuesday I was worried about my mom and hoping she'd be okay. Luckily, that's great, Edmund. That's great to hear that she is recovering. That is very scary, and I'm sure glad that you were there for her. Gord, Clay, do you SkyTrain into the games? Do you have a great parking suggestion? Yeah, Gord, I drive in usually. When I don't get free parking at the Catholic Cathedral, because I know the priest there, obviously, I actually park on Dunsmuir and Cambie. There's 2 blocks of cheap street parking where it's only $2 an hour. So I'm paying for 3.5 hours, and I'm only paying $6 or $7. So that's I park on the street as opposed to lots. Lots, they're not any safer, and they're often more expensive. So yeah, I just park on the street, and some are really expensive, but the ones where I'm on Dunsmuir, they're pretty cheap. Arginator, I would have kept Levo, would be a solid. Yeah, I liked him a lot too. Jeff, betting trade to overpay UFAs. There you go. I agree with you. I kind of assume the analytics department is thin. Yeah, that's why they're beefing it up now. That's the great point, Jeff. Great point. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, that 12 beside your name too, as a 1-year member. That's awesome. Levo was a waiver claim. No, I'm pretty sure that we traded for Levo. We traded Michael Carconi to Toronto for Levo. Fillmore, Benning is gone, but his damage will take years to fix. That's fair. Fangirl, how excited are you usually on the free agent signing day? Yeah, it's not just as a Canucks fan. I think as a hockey fan overall, that's an exciting day for sure. Yes, Jeff, nice to see you, man. That's awesome. Well, I've caught up mostly because I've been blazing through, maybe not answering. But you guys told me you'd much rather me trying to hit every comment quickly or every question quickly, at least, as opposed to long drawn out answers, unless I really need to. Funk you. I get Anson Carter vibes from Josh Levo, not the same degree, but I believe the second both left Vancouver, their success was bound to be doomed. That's a fair, interesting analogy. Grinds, I didn't really watch the Canucks this game. I only got to see PD scoring that goal. Was Demko really bad? Defense or just goals that you can't save? You know, maybe he tried. No, it wasn't Demko. It looked bad. His stats looked bad. 5 goals in 23 minutes. But 3 of them were deflections. 2 actual good deflections. 1 as centering play. And then 2 scrambles in front of the net. 1 on a power play and 1 as a power play ended. So I don't think you can really blame him on any of them. Sure, you want him to make one of those saves just by fluke or by making a good save. But he wasn't on top of his game, but it certainly wasn't his fault. Edmund, no, I'm not surprised Alvina's being quiet. He's only been on the job for less than a month. He's only been in town for 2 weeks. I think he's quickly trying to get up to speed and figure out what he has in his team. Edmund, only successful forward Canuck that made an impact were Kessler with Ducks, Markey. Cam Neely back in the day for us old folks. Raj, where does Levo play now? Isn't he in Calgary? Isn't Levo in Calgary? Burned. Hey, nice to see you. Do you think Canucks fans start behind the team after the last result? Stand still? Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be sold out tomorrow because weekend games are always sold out, or at least better chance. I think there's going to be some novelty with Seattle coming, but they're not that good. So, but I wouldn't say that they're going to... It's not like they're going to abandon the team. I just don't know if you're going to get a full sellout tomorrow, but I still think that they will... I still think that they will stand behind the team for sure. For sure. Edmund would have pulled Demko at 3-0 already. Maybe have Halak start the second. Lucas, anyone need a new flying skate? Selling them at his stand? Nice. Fangirl, I wonder why the bigger dogs always win the Canucks dog race. Gus Horvat seems to be... Yeah, I think it's just a matter of bigger legs, used to running. Small dog says, why bother? It's going to take me twice as long to get down the other end of the ice. Demko's lights out against Leafs. Games like Saturday happen from time to time. That's fair. Bure, Levo's with Carolina. Oh, why did I say Calgary? That's good to know. Thank you. AHL team. Didn't know that. Al, even they managed to make the playoffs, they'll be first round out, so no point to be a playoff team. Yeah, you don't not intentionally make the playoffs, but I think that's fair. They'd have a tough go in the playoffs. Yeah, Tanev quietly drives the bus in Calgary. That's good. McCann in Seattle. Yeah, there's a lot of players that have done well. Ended up getting a Demko shirt. Tempted to get JT Miller, but the uncertainty. No, that's fair. I think Demko's very safe. Podkolzin likely too. But Demko will be my next jersey, I think. OEL, yeah, he'll be here for a while. Mike, this morning in your video when you said no one wants the Canucks to make the playoffs more than me. I want the Canucks. Yes. So, Mike, that's not more than me. We can be equal. We equally want, yeah. It's a figure of speech, Mike, but yes, I know that you want the Canucks to make the playoffs as well. Josh Levo with the Chicago Wolves. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's the whole point of a lottery, Fangirl, is you never know. It's all based on luck. Edmund, I may be a minority, but Hoglander doesn't seem to fit Boudreau's system. Well, he's not the fastest player, but we'll give him some time. But yeah, he struggled a little bit for sure. Who would you like us to make a trade with? JS, anyone that's going to give us a bunch of assets. Fillmore, would it be better if Canucks just get Louis Besser and Biggs, just play out? You know, there's some talk about that. Then you still have Dylan Guenther or whoever you pick at 9. Yeah, and you don't have OEL and Garland. That's a tough one. I think that's easy to say hindsight, because would people have been happy with another year of those guys, that $12 million? But if you're convinced that you're patient and that you know that was going to come off the books, then maybe that's a wise move. Tough to say. I do think OEL's been good. And I think Garland's been good too. Pat Clay, looking at buying my first Nucks jersey, which player in the current roster is the best investment? I think you can't go wrong with Demko, Hughes, and Pettersson. They're, to me, in a slightly different category than Horvat. Demko signed for the next 4 seasons after this. Hughes for the next 5. PD for 2, but then they'll extend him. I think you're fine with all 3. I have Hughes and Pettersson, and my next one is going to be a Demko. So just between Demko, Hughes, and PD, just go with the player you like the most. Lucas, depends on what you're into. Oh, for the jersey, 200 nameless and 280 for a name. Thank you, Lucas, for that. Justin Clay, what kind of sushi did you have up there? We need that, or some sushi options, or for us regular folks. Yeah, well, I'm a regular folk too, Justin. I was just up there. It was salmon, tuna. Oh, actually, I have a picture. It was salmon, tuna, ebi nigiri. It was some aburi and some rolls. Let's see if I have it here. As long as you don't get jealous. But I did take a picture of the food up there. Well, that's too close. Hold on. Yeah, that might be the best. So you see some nigiri on my plate there. Yeah, so it was nigiri, aburi, and maki. No sashimi though. No sashimi. Grinds, would you trade for picks or defense? Both, but picks, I think. I was almost going to say, I think this defense is bearable, but I like the left side with OEL, Hughes, and Rathbone coming up. The right side's, oh man, but we need more picks as well. Gosh. I trade for one defenseman and send the rest on picks. That's what I do. Hey, Clay, what'd you think of the new Demko mask? Hey, Thomas. I actually didn't get a good look. I know that they tweeted about it. I'll look at it right now. Let's see. And I'm not like going to say he was bad because of his new mask. I think that's a bit of a stretch. But let's look at this thing. Demko's new mask. Where is it? Whoops. Let me see. I know they tweeted about it. Oh, it's from practice, right? I'm just looking for the picture. I'll have to look for it another time. Not because I can't seem to find it right now. I don't want to make you guys sit here watching me. I thought I saw the Canucks tweet about it though and put a picture out. Okay, I'm just going to type Demko new mask. Then I'm going to rip through the rest of your questions and then we're going to play our Gordle because we're a couple minutes behind. Photos. Yeah, I can't find it. I have to look for it later. Sorry, that was bad. Johnny, do you think the Canucks are going to do anything for all the former Canucks now with the Flames? No, because it's a year removed now, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think they will. What are the different NHL teams looking to trade the Canucks? I think anyone that's not in the division and anyone that has cap space. What player is most likely to be traded? A UFA after the season. I think Tyler Mott because he was a UFA. Edmund, would you pick shirt-wise between Oyel, Hoglander, and Miller? Between those guys, I would still wear Miller, even though he's probably the most likely to go. But of those three guys, Miller's my favorite player. Lucas Demko jersey super popular. Yeah, that makes sense. Tasty Twins, within the last 5 games, who has not played the level they are being paid? Myers, for sure. Myers, I think, has struggled. Horvat, a little bit. Lucas Ostergates. Whatever that food is, it sounds like a terrible word. Nigiri, yes. Nigiri. You actually say it like nigiri, like that in Japanese. But it's not racist, I promise. Marcus. Hey, Marcus. Only positives from last game were PD and OEL. OEL was good. PD was excellent. Pump for Gordle. We're there in 2 minutes. Demko should go back to his old mask. Any announcement on Brady Keeper? Nope. Still on the IR. Hello, Nolan. Nice to see you. What's the update on OEL? We'll find out tomorrow, but he was not in a cast or a brace. Burrows does not look good. Rathbone, still upper body. Jack. Hey, Jack. Hope things are going great. And same for the chat. We got a good future. I love it, Jack. Thank you. Chumbles, I think the Canucks should look to move Miller, Pearson, Mott, and Myers. If it's not negative, I don't think Pullman is movable without losing your shirt. That's fair. Justin, Owls Girl podcast earlier said they trade Dobson for Besser. Canucks could use solid D-man. Barzell and Besser. Yeah, Dobson is right shot, right? I do like his game. Klotchov, are you using a different pair of glasses? Very good. Yes, this is my this is a new pair actually that I just got over the weekend. I'm also getting another pair next week. So I'm going to have 2 new pairs in the next week or so because my other pair, I'm not sure. Yeah, you guys remember I told the story that it was basically being held together by crazy glue. Wow, good observation, Quattrov. This is indeed a new pair of glasses. And yes, my mic wasn't plugged in my YouTube video. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, it was. I went 1 for 2. It was in my video for my game review, but not for my Ask Me Anything. Okay, last few, and then we're going to play Gordo. It is a classic Clay thing now. VL, would you trade a top player and get the max return or attach a bad contract and get lesser return? No, I think we need maximum return right now. And then we worry about shedding salary another way. Justin, she said she wouldn't, and it would be unlikely a D-man gets traded for forward. But it reminds me of Hall for Larson. Yes. Easton, 2 seasons ago, the core is P.D. Hughes, Besser, and Horvat. Now it's P.D. Hughes and Demko. I agree. DSS, who do you think is going to be a net for the Canucks? Oh, it'll be Demko for sure. VL, would you put Bowen Hogs back together since they're struggling? Wouldn't mind. I'd like to see Lotto line. Yeah, I'd like to see Lotto, then Horvat with Podkolzin or Hoglander and Garland, and then Dickinson with Pearson and the other one of Podkolzin or Hoglander. Oh, that's brutal about the suspicious package found in the SAP Center parking lot. That's bad. Thank you, Andrew. I like the glasses too. And Peter says the team isn't good enough. Okay, let's good. We are at 10:45. We are behind, so let's go to Gordle. I won't explain it all because if you don't know about it now, just learn by osmosis. And I will say, if you have played it today, do a solid and do not spoil it for anyone else. Okay, we will make this nice and big. Actually, I'm getting out of practice. I want to be able to be on the screen a little bit. You guys don't need it that massive, right? I'll put myself here for now. Okay, if you've played Gordle before, that's awesome. But if you played today, do not wreck it. So I will take the first 5-letter name that I see in the chat. Not a Canucks. A hockey player's last name with 5 letters. Except for Halak. I think we've started with Halak before Fangirl. No, it's got to be 5 letters. Oh no, we'll go with Clark. Fangirl. No, I like the Halak answer, but we've started with it before. Let's go with Clark, and then without the E. Even though I'm not sure there's. Oh yeah, there's Wendell Clark. Okay, so not the best guess. So there's no C, L, A, or R, but there is a K in this answer, but not in the 5th. So I will take the next name. Okay, Tasty Twin says Demko, which works because the K is moved here, and we have not used D, E, M, or O. Wow, that is very nice. So the E and the M is correct, and the K can be anywhere else. I think I know what it is just looking at it now. So I will take the next guess that has, okay, there it is. Top Shelf comes in with Kempe, followed by Justin. And what's interesting about this, before I press enter, what makes Wordle and Gordle and every other modification interesting is the double letters, right? So it said that there's an E here, but it doesn't give away that there might be a second E. So let's see. Wow. You guys, I keep saying we're the smartest crew out there. Another 3 for us. So look at that. We got a 0. I mean, we've gotten it in twice, 2 tries twice. We've gotten in 5 tries once. And we've got it in 3 times, 3 guesses, 5 times. 5 out of 8 times we've gotten in 3 guesses. Too easy. That one was too easy for you guys. Let's quickly do Wordle as well. If you've done Wordle already today, please do not wreck it. I've done it today. It's actually quite hard. This one's quite tricky. But let's do Wordle. I will take the first 5-letter word that's in the chat. Again, this one's tough. And put in the chat, Justin or anyone else, put in the chat. Don't type the answer, but put in the chat if you've already played Wordle today. Okay. Fangirl suggests tacos. I actually like this a lot because it's got 2 vowels and it's got 2 or 3. T and S are very, very common consonants, and the C isn't bad. So let's go tacos. Wow. Wait, Fango, did you play today already? Or did you just wreck it for all of us? Fango, when you say I have, did you say you played today? I thought that was, not that we have it completely. So Fangirl, type in the chat if you, no, we can't use tax funk you because the S we already know doesn't work. So I'll take the next guess from someone who hasn't played today that has a T, A, and C in the first. Oh, Fangirl. So you didn't say the word, but you gave a guess that had 3 of the first 5. Okay, that's... Oh, I should have asked first. Okay, no big deal. This is just for fun. But Fangirl, the whole point, even if you didn't give away... even if you didn't give away the actual answer, you gave away 3 of the 5 letters. It's okay. It's just for fun. It's just for fun. Make sure you play Wordle the other 5 days of the week that I'm not streaming it. It's all good. It's all love. Okay. So we should be able to get this in 2 or 3 now, you guys. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. No, Fangirl, Lucas isn't calling you a cheater intentionally. I know Lucas, and because I would have said the exact same thing. He's poking fun at the fact that yes, you didn't give away the 5-letter word, but you, in essence, gave us 3 of the 5 letters, which is fine. All right, let's go. Don't worry about it. This is just for fun. And Andrew, yes, you are not cheating if you're not trying. Okay, so I need a 5-letter word from someone who does not play today, but the letter starts with TAC. No problem. It's all love here, you guys. No problem. So I'm going to type in the first three letters, TAC, and I'm looking for the next word. Yes, Funk Q. I'm going to have to beef up the system somehow. This was awesome, you guys. This is so funny. Or, hey, Harry. Yeah, no, no, for sure. Fangirl's awesome. She's awesome. It was just funny. It was just funny that I'll own this one. My instructions were not explicit enough, and as well, me knowing the word for today, I could have actually, for now on, I'm gonna not take the first guess for Gordle or Wordle. I will reserve judgment and choose. But whatever. This is supposed to be fun. All right, let's go. Last, I need a word from someone. That starts with TAC. And I know other people have played it. Yeah, no, this is great content. And Lucas, no, we can't have better moderation. What else can we do aside from make everyone, sign a sworn affidavit? Okay, tacky would work because we have not used a K or a Y. Great suggestion. Okay, but the K and the Y do not work. So I need another word with TAC in it. But tacky, excellent guess, M. Hello, thanks for being here. Firstly, tacker is 6 digits. 6 digits, 6 letters, Coach Rob. I don't even know what a tacker is. I know what an attacker is, but I don't know what a tacker is. Is it someone who places tax? Yeah, it's okay, Trevor. There's a lot of off-brand Wordles that other people can play. It's all fun. We're all learning together. No problem. But I do need an answer. Yeah, Tasty Twins, you make a good point. But technically, Tasty Twins, I could put in another word that doesn't have TAC, but we are playing on hard mode. So for instance, if I typed in a word like couch, it will say the first letter must be a T. So this actually makes it harder. Tasty Twins, I used to do what you did and play not hard mode, where then you could actually guess 5 letters in the first word, then 5 letters in the second word. And technically, now you've thrown out 10 letters as a guess. But I play on hard mode, which means you have to follow the flow, i.e. you have to use green letters in the right place, use yellow letters in a different place. But that's a good strategy. Okay, so I see one called Tacet. Wow, I don't even know what is a Tacet. I don't even know what Tacet means. And I've been born, despite my non-mastery of the language. Oh, how did my light get so bright too? Tacet means with the voice or instrument silent. Nice. Okay, next I saw using this. Yeah, it's probably going to be a vowel. And the first one that I saw was from the Tasty Twins. And it is indeed Tacet. Okay, so Tacet means quiet, silent. And tacit means understood or implied. So not bad, you guys. Actually, that was fine. That was all good. We've only played Wordle 3 times. And we've gotten it in 4 tries twice. And 3 times once. So not bad at all, you guys. By the way, just so you, I'm not sure if I told you, we have a family Wordle competition where whoever gets it in the least amount of tries gets a point. And we start it in February 1st. So I have 3 points. Gil has 2. Jacob has 2. And I think Sean and Kayla are skunked amazingly because Sean's usually the best at these games. But yes, good job, everyone. All good. All love. Tacit agreement. Yes. An implied and understood agreement. Thanks, you guys. That was fun. That was really, really good. And it's all love here. And yeah, I'll give much better instructions. And I could have easily not using that hint, knowing what the word was. So I'll own this one. This one's on me. Okay, big announcement, and then we'll move into Ask Me Anything to end off. Although, we did lose 15 viewers. It's not about the viewers, but really quickly, put in the chat. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. I want you guys to answer this poll for me. Give me a sec. This will be worth it, and then we'll get into what I want to get into. Okay, so I'm going to put a question up there. And the question is, do you like playing Wordle and Gordle during the streams? It should be up there. I put it in my chat. And I'm asking you, there it is. Do you like playing Gordle Wordle during the streams? And just be honest. And I noticed that we lost 15 viewers when we played it. And I don't worry so much about viewer count, subscribe count, all that. I don't worry about it too much, especially when we're having fun on a stream. But I would love your opinion on what you guys think. And be honest. Be honest. Okay, let me get to my announcement. Actually, I'll answer these and then I'll cut off the questions. Hi, Clay. What are your thoughts on the Black Skate returning? Oh, Harry, I'm thrilled. I love it. Got my Hughes jersey ready to go. So how is that first Juggalo King? How is that first line center going for you? Do you mean Miller? We're happy with him if that's who you're talking about. I'm not sure, Juggalo, what you're asking about. But yes, I think we're happy with him. Yeah, some want to chat with you, Clay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So maybe we just do Gordle and we do it maybe later in the stream. But yeah, no, I love your thoughts and vote on that for sure. Oh, Pedersen. Well, he's doing better now. He's got 8 points in the last 5 games, and I think he's gonna have a really good ending to the season. I really do. Thoughts on Jack Eichel? Yeah, now we got Eichel and McDavid in our division. He's gonna be just fine. Trade deadline, if the trade deadline is tomorrow. No, trade deadline is March 21st. So, Harry, I'm not sure if you're saying if the trade deadline is tomorrow, are we doing anything? Or are you actually saying you think the trade deadline is tomorrow? No, trade deadline is March 21st, not February 21st. TJ says trade Horvat. What happened yesterday with the Canucks? What was that? Yeah, that was bad. Peter, I talked about that for the first half an hour already. Okay, you guys, out of respect for your time and mine, I'm going to cut off the questions now. So no more Canucks questions. And yeah, no, I think I'll keep it to Gordle every time and just keep it to 5 minutes. And I'll do it at the end of the streams. So anyone who wants to stick around for it can. I think that's the way I'll do it from now on. No, great suggestions, everyone, though. I appreciate it. No need to apologize, Peter. Okay, so no more Canucks questions. I'm going to do my announcement and then I'll do 10 to 15 minutes of Ask Me Anything and we'll wrap up at 11:15. Okay. You guys know that back in November, I held my first Canuck Clay meetup, my first watch party at the Park Pub. Well, I'm happy to announce that I've lined up my second one. My next watch party, my next Canuck Clay meetup will be on Saturday, March the 26th. That's Saturday, March the 26th at Monkey 9 Brewing in Richmond. So for those of you that know Richmond, it's at the entertainment complex at the end of 6th Road in Steveston. There's the bowling alley, there's Watermania, there's the movie theaters. So yes, Saturday, March the 26th, Monkey 9 Brewing in Richmond. It's an early start. The Canucks play against the Dallas Stars. So we won't start much earlier than 4 because that's starting really early. But then we will do a post-game show, live stream afterwards, and a couple surprises, hopefully some prizes as well. So I have a month to plan this thing. So Saturday, March the 26th, Monkey 9 Brewing in Richmond, Canucks watch party, Canucks versus Dallas Stars. And and come out for some great food, some drinks, chance to win prizes, a live stream show. All the magic that we had in November we're going to duplicate it and make it even better for March 26th. Now, I'm not going to add on a bowling night or a bowling day. I'm going to save that for maybe a summertime thing, even though there is a bowling alley attached. So you can go bowling yourself if you want to go before. But I'm going to focus on the live stream. The watch party itself. So once again, Saturday, March 26th, the next Canuck Clay watch party. I hope you can join me. Yes, Juggle King, I was happy to bring Gail to the game for sure. No, Lucas, Andrew, don't change your work just for me. Yeah, no, Fangirl, understandable. I don't expect you to come. That's not worth it. How long will the meetup be? Probably at least till 8. Because I think if we go 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I think that's safe. We don't want to take up their whole night, but I think 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock for sure. For sure. We will see how we do. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Let's go for 10 to 12 minutes. Ask me anything. So I'm going to be pretty strict. I'm simply not going to answer any Canucks or hockey related questions. Everything else is fair game. So you're being forewarned. Yeah, Peter, I appreciate you asking. No, you can ask. She's great. I brought her to the game. I brought Gail to the game yesterday. She stuffed her face, as I did, with food in the Encore suite. And she's up and about recovering. She's getting her staples out on Tuesday. I also talked about her earlier in the stream, but I know you just got here. But she's doing very well. And thank you for the concern. I really, really appreciate it. Bruce, too bad the Canucks weren't playing on March 21st. Then have to meet up. On the trade deadline? That would be crazy. Yeah, I have to pick a Saturday too, because that makes the most sense. Andrew, I can change it. Can fly out on Sunday morning. First round of wings on you. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'd love to see you, Andrew. That's awesome. Fangirl, favorite moment from Hamilton the musical? Going from helpless to satisfied. That is my favorite part of the musical. Those two songs back to back. Derek, Clay, how is the emo family going to be spending family day? Oh, wait. Before that, Juggalo, convoy or not? You can plead the fifth. I'll say... I don't think it was a good look. I think there are some good intentioned people in there. Some, not all. But I don't think it was a good look on them, on the country. And if I had to pick one way or the other, is it too strong to say I don't support them? I wouldn't have participated. I'll just put it that way. But I understand where they're coming from. Derek, Clay, how's the emo family going to be spending family day? A bit of studying. I think a bit of exercising. As a family, we will eat lunch together. And then I'm going to the hockey game with Mike. And then Sean's going with Fernanda. So 2 of us will be going to the Canucks game tomorrow night. Harry, when's your next bowling tournament? And how is your family doing? The family is doing great. Thank you. The next bowling tournament, the kids all have provincials. When's provincials, Jake? April what? When's provincials? April what? 2nd. April 2nd is the next big bowling tournament. But yes, as you guys know, I've started bowling again on Tuesday nights as well. But their big tournament is on April 2nd, provincials. Lucas, hypothetical. I like this. NBA expansion team for Vancouver wants you to hire you for PR. Excellent pay and will require you to stop posting on YouTube. Yay or nay? I say yay for the experience. I love my YouTube, but if the pay is better than my current job plus my YouTube, if it is, then I think I'd do it for the experience. If it isn't, then I have to think long and hard about it. Great question. Shannon, hey Clay, is that a different photo on your bottom row now on your left? This one? Shannon, good observation. It's not a different photo. It's a new photo. I added it about a month ago though, but I haven't changed it since we... I haven't changed it since I put that one up. Remember, I'm not sure if you were at that stream, Shannon. These ones were always here, 1, 2, and 3. But then I added that 4th one because I brought it home from work because that was when I was fatter. And I put a nicer one up at work, so I get all the hand-me-downs here in my office. All the cool family pictures are out in my family room. You guys have seen me stream from my TV room before, in a 24-hour live stream and other things, watch party. So these, I would say these are all the rejects, but these are, they're kind of the rejects. They're the rejected pictures, the pictures that don't make it in the family room. And then, of course, the one picture of me as a solo gets banished to this room, of course. Good observation, Shannon. Reaction Club, have you seen the Netflix show Cobra Kai? No, I have not. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I have not seen it. And I admittedly have no interest in seeing it. Coach Rob, First movie you ever saw in theater? Ooh, it might be E.T. back in the early 80s. No problem, Juggalo. I will never lie. It might not be an answer that everyone wants to hear, but I will never lie. Thank you, Mnek. I appreciate you. DSS, what are you doing for spring break? Ooh, staying in town. Good question. Staying in town. And Gil, traditionally, it would be a nice break for her from teaching, but because she's off for the next 2 months recovering from surgery, we'll do a lot of family time for sure. I don't know if we're going to do any trips. We might save that for the summer. Peter, did you see Steph Curry dropping 50 in the All-Star game? No, I don't know anything about the All-Star game. Not that interested, but 50 is, well, that's massive. 10 pin or 5 pin better. 10 pin's more fun. I think 10 pin's more fun. Chili bowl from, oh, nice. Fango, did you watch Encanto? No, I have not yet. That's something I want to do soon once my studying dies down a little bit. I think my whole family has watched it except for me, but I do want to watch it. Fangirl. Harry, what do you do on your downtime when there are no Canucks games on? Got a lot going on. I run a ministry at the church, a religious ed program. I'm studying for my master's. I have work events maybe once or twice a week. No, maybe once a week. And then I'm also bowling, and then I'm going to start up softball and roller hockey as well. So I always say, I never like to say that I'm busy because I think that's often an indication of poor time management. But I will say I have a lot on the go, and a lot of people will remark, it sounds like I'm showing off, but I'm just honest with you. A lot of people remark, I can't believe how much you do, or I can't believe how busy you are. And then sometimes I catch myself and I say, is that because I'm giving the impression that I'm too busy for them? Because if that's the case, that's not a good thing. But I will say, between family, work, religious ed, running that program at my church, bowling, studying for my master's, Canucks YouTubing, and now softball and roller hockey, I think, I have a lot on my plate, but I absolutely love it. Favorite place to eat in Vancouver? I like Kobe Japanese Steakhouse downtown. Lucas, have you ever thought of adding a second channel for other content you like? I briefly flirted with that, Lucas, to separate my Canucks stuff from my family and my ministry and my music. But no, I wouldn't have the energy and the time to keep up a second channel. And this is primarily becoming a Canucks channel anyways. And if I add a family video or a music video here and there, I don't think my subscribers will be mad. In fact, I'd rather show what I'm all about, more of a complete picture. Brandon, with John Wick 4 being released in May, which do you prefer, surfing or scuba diving? I have not done either. Brandon, so I will have to try at least one of them. Probably would try surfing over scuba diving, but they're both water sports. I'm not the best in the water. Harry, how is the surgery going for Gail? She's recovering very well. Thank you for asking, Harry. Was able to bring her out to the Canucks game last night. Peter, how long have you been bowling? I've been bowling since I was little, and then would often take the church youth group, but seriously bowling as in leagues, 3 years now. Edmund, have you ever tried playing Cosmic Bowling at Commercial? Not at Commercial, but I've tried Cosmic Bowling before. It's fun for a while, but because I'm a, quote, more serious bowler now, I don't enjoy it that much. Burn, Clay, have you seen Moonfall at cinema? No, I have not seen Moonfall. Sorry, Burn. Juggalo King, grew up there in the early 80s, unlimited quarters. Oh, that's wise. That's good. That's awesome. Fillmore, when's the last time you took the ferry to Victoria? It was back when I saw Rob and Shannon and Chris. So that was August. DSS, how long have you been a Canucks fan? All 47 years of my life, doing the YouTube thing for the past decade. Harry, any new music dropping with you and Marie soon? I really enjoy it. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Harry. I think it's amazing too. But no, we don't have no plans to do any parody songs coming up. Maybe, if anything, we would do like cover songs, but not a parody song. Justin, just saw a tweet from Spit and Chicklets of a player sucker punching a ref after he called penalty on him. It's so uncalled for. That is brutal. I'll have to look that up. Thank you. Fangirl, most popular thing in the 80s since I wasn't even born then. High hair, acid wash jeans, MC Hammer pants, getting stoned. Not me, personally. Reaction Club, have you seen the movie Onward? How sad. No, I've not seen the movie Onward, but I've heard about it. I do want to watch that one. Do you support LGBTQ+? Depends what you mean by support. I certainly understanding, loving of them. I'm not judgmental. I have a couple of friends who are gay. So if that's what you mean by support, sure. I support them as people. Do I support the cause? That's tougher because I do work for the Catholic Church, and the church does have strong stances on that. So I'll say that I love people, and I'm very I'm very accepting of people. I'll put it that way. Lucas, how's Sean, Jacob, and Kayla doing these days? We all wish Gail the best. Yeah, they're all four of them are doing very well. Thank you, Lucas, for asking. Have you thought about sailing or any water sports? No, I'm not the best in the water, so I'm not sailors, surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, anything where I have the potential to drown. Probably not. That's why I would suck at Survivor. Coach Rob, Cabbage Patch Kids were big in the 80s. That's true too. Same with Madonna. Harry, what was your reacting when you were back on MTV back in the day? Oh, yeah, it was much music. We were pretty pumped. We were pretty pumped when it happened because it happened live and then they played it 3 hours later on a replay. So we were pretty pumped. We called all our friends and our family and told them to watch it. Pretty exciting stuff back in the day. Total loser, total wannabe, but it was still pretty fun. Joe, I play guitar. If you ever need some guitar for your recordings, nice. My guitars. That's awesome, Joe. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind, truly, for sure. Fangirl, would you do merch one day? Yeah, you guys have been kind saying that you would buy maybe a hoodie or a CCC hat or whatever. Not sure if I need to go there yet. Maybe if the channel grows, maybe I do that for 10,000 subscribers whenever I get there, probably by the time I'm 80 years old, but we'll see. And Lucas, would you ever go on Jeopardy? Sure. I don't think I'd be that good. I'm not the best at trivia. I'm good at, I guess that is true. I'm good at some common knowledge. I'm good at math. But I'm not really good at history, politics. I'm good at sports, math, pop culture, music, but wouldn't be good in history, politics, geography. So I don't think I'd be the best at Jeopardy, quite frankly. Harry, if you were to have dinner with a former current Canuck player, who would you have dinner with? Oh, I'd love to pick Trevor Linden's brain, that's for sure. Or Luongo, one of those two. Clay t-shirt, maybe. CCC stickers, yep. Trivial Pursuit, still not as good. No problem, DSS. Thank you, Fillmore. Just know your Canadian stuff on Jeopardy. Brandon, asking for a friend, what's a quick way of getting a dent out of the driver's side door? Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I don't think you push it from the inside and you got to take it somewhere. But if anyone else wants to give you some advice, that would be great, Brandon. Thank you, Juggalo King. Appreciate that. Have you read Brian Burke's book? No, I haven't, Duck Fan. Tell me about it, if it's any good. I have not read it just as of now. All right, guys, I'll take 3 more questions, and then I'm going to wrap up. I got to get my steps, got to study a bit before I go to bed. I'll take the last 3 questions, and then we will wrap up. Canuck Clay trivia game. Yeah, I could do another Kahoot or something. That's a good idea. Thanks, Coach Rob. Appreciate the support. Harry, we'll make that happen one day. We'll make that happen one day. It wouldn't be an honor. Just ask Lucas. It's pretty boring, actually. Favorite moment of Dear Evan Hansen? I like the For Forever song and the forest imagery. Clay, you should try. No, I don't even know what's Gimkit. I don't even know what that is. Kahoot on March 26th. Yeah, actually, we could do a live. Lucas, brilliant idea. That could be one of the intermission games. We play a live Kahoot, and that way everyone is. There's no internet connection issues. Love it, Lucas. Great idea. Burn, Catholic churches and discussions all around Europe, the same in North America. Yeah, no, not always for the right reasons, unfortunately. Reaction Club, I watched your Dango interview. If you talk to him again, tell him that if he wants to see the Leafs win the Cup, he should watch the movie Breakaway. There's a scene in which the Leafs win the Cup. Okay, awesome. I will pass that on. Have a good night. We'll see you in the future. Sounds good, Brandon. Harry, what's your favorite song to listen to for Bruno Mars? I love 24 Karat Magic and Treasure. Those are my 2 favorite. Not coincidentally, 2 songs that I've covered for the Canucks. Burke's book was great. Couldn't put it down. Awesome. Okay, you guys, I think this is a great place to stop. Thank you, everyone that was here. It's interesting seeing the viewers go up and down depending on what we're doing. But thank you. 65% of you still saying you like it when we play Gordle. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do Gordle, but not Wordle. So we don't do both. We just do Gordle. And if we do it near the end of the streams, then that's probably the best way to do it. Okay, guys, you guys were awesome. Thank you, moderators, for your help. As always, thank you to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Van City Experts, Gassy Jack Art, and Monkey 9 Brewing. Thank you to members, and thank you to all of you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. Make sure you like this video on your way out. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and make sure that that you cheer on the Canucks like heck tomorrow night when they take on the Seattle Kraken. No problem, Harry. I appreciate your nice words, and this can go on. Juggalo King, I've done a 24-hour live stream. That was like the song that never ends. But truly, to all of you, thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. And yeah, I'll release a video tomorrow previewing the Canucks Kraken game. Probably a look ahead at the month because it'll be exactly 1 month to the trade deadline. Also doing a Zoom interview with a friend of mine tomorrow that I'll release later in the week. He's not a media member. He's not famous or anything like that, but he wants to share some opinions. So I'm going to give him a forum to do so. So I'll release that later in the week. And then of course, Canucks After Dark tomorrow night at 10:15 p.m. as you see right on the screen. All right, friends, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And speaking of the Freedom Convoy, what do you call a nanny who is an anti-vaxxer? Yes, what do you call an anti-vax nanny? Mrs. Doubtpfizer. Doubtpfizer. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.